I'm Brian Bender, and let's queer up education. Rudy Giuliani suggests New York City free pre-K programs indoctrinate toddlers. Former New York City Mayor Rudy Giuliani suggested during a broadcast that public early childhood education programs are being utilized to politically indoctrinate toddlers. Appearing on his podcast, America's Mayor Live, Giuliani targeted New York City's universal pre-K and 3K initiatives, claiming that public school curricula have shifted from foundational early learning toward political ideology. He asserted that progressive administrators use universal childcare to influence children's social and cultural views at an early age. Media watchdog Media Matters highlighted the comments, noting that Giuliani offered no evidence to support his claims about toddler curricula. Education advocates and municipal officials have defended universal pre-K, pointing out that certified early childhood programs focus on foundational literacy, social development, and age-appropriate learning. Well, most people that are college educated, i.e. people that are going to be educating your child in pre-K, are more likely to vote Democrat, or more likely to be liberal, and are more likely to care about the environment, are more likely to care about gay and lesbian and queer issues, are more likely to care about all the things that Rudy Giuliani just doesn't care about. And I'm sorry for that. And that's all I have to say, Rudy Giuliani.
Yeah, well, you know, when I was a kid, I was born in 1961, so my early youth was in the 60s, and you know, there was no cable. There were like 3 TV stations, and every morning I watched Mr. Rogers. And Mr. Rogers was, I mean, almost every kid in my generation and some in the generation after, and you know, grew up watching Mr. Rogers. Mr. Rogers taught young people about acceptance, about neighbors. You know, there was a big brouhaha when he invited the mailman over, because the mailman was black and it was hot out, so they both had their shoes off and had their feet together in a little pool. And that raised such ire because
Can I do a little non sequitur on this, but it related, non-related? That always seemed a little gay to me. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
They could have had their own separate basins. I'm just saying.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the point is that all of these people who are in my generation, who are Republican politicians, grew up watching Mr. Rogers because there was nothing else on TV. Sesame Street and Mr. Rogers for, you know.
Captain Kangaroo.
Yeah. I mean, we all watched those. And the values instilled that Mr. Rogers instilled in young people are the values that Giuliani doesn't want today's children to be exposed to.
Decency.
And it doesn't, you know.
Critical thinking, kindness.
You're right. Kindness, love thy neighbor. I mean, isn't that a major tenet of the Bible?
And he represents a party that wants Bibles in classrooms, or the 10 Commandments hanging on walls, or Bible lessons taught in classes, like a whole curriculum. Like, that's what but then they scream about indoctrination.
Right.
What? So yeah, teaching children that the world is full of more than one kind of person, teaching children table manners and to be polite and to not judge people.
That's not indoctrinating.
That's just being a person. And so and of course he cites no sources, he has no experts, you know, to quote or whatever. And so he makes this ridiculous claim that the universal pre-K is indoctrination. And I believe it was the Apostle Paul who first said, "Bitch, please."
Well, I just want to take a moment to wish Rudy Giuliani well. Do believe he's in critical care in the hospital following this news report. I believe it was announced he was over the weekend hospitalized. It was on New York News.
Feel better,
without any status. If you did listen to the rant that he went on, and I will call it a rant because, again, no facts. There was nothing there. It's almost as if Rudy Giuliani's brain is filled with what's in the diapers of children, which would be shit. He has no way to even do any critical thinking. He's lost all his ability. He is disbarred, and he is gawking and squawking on a podcast, if you want to even call it that, so he can get some form of income because I believe he's bankrupt.
Yeah.
So why we're even commenting on him, to me, is a travesty that we're talking about him when education in the United States is failing, and giving more education to children at younger ages is something we need more of everywhere, not just in New York City. We need it everywhere. We need access to giving kids more education, more support, families giving more support. So this is a news story and a person that we should no longer be talking about, who is a useless individual for this country. So,
enough said.
yes. There is no other queer nonprofit media platform like this in the entire world. Support our LGBTQ stories by sharing them and subscribing to Queer News Tonight.